Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Love Yourself to Health podcast. My name is Alyssa, and I'll be here each week teaching you how to build a body that you genuinely love. As women, we have been taught so much misinformation about what our bodies should look like, how we should eat, and how we should work out. And I'm here to dispel all the myths and to teach you how to feel better, eat more without gaining weight, and to build a toned, lean, feminine physique, all without dieting, endless hours of cardio, or beating yourself up for getting off track. Here, we're all about treating our bodies with love and respect, and of course, having fun along the way. Hello. We are on episode 9 of the podcast, which is so crazy to me. So crazy that we've already done so many. So very, very excited about that. Welcome back. So today we are going over some nutrition stuff, specifically why your diet isn't working. So that's what we're going to be covering today. Just wanted to quickly chat about what's going on in personal and business, and then we will get right into it. Don't worry, I won't take up too much of your time. So personal, what's going on right now? So I know I've talked about how I was doing a powerlifting competition that was supposed to be this Saturday, and unfortunately, the place we were supposed to go, Abbotsford, is flooded, and the highways from here to there are under repair, and they're only allowing essential travel down to the Vancouver area at the moment. So, we decided there were a few different options. We could get flights, we could try to figure out the drive, but it's a lot of stuff going on, so we've decided just to hold off for now. So we did get our money back for the competition, and they're already posting ones for the new year. So I know we will still get to compete, just not this weekend, unfortunately. We are getting together and doing a mock meet, so we're going to see where all of our lifts would have been at and just have fun with it. So that'll be cool to see if we've made any strength gains from our last mock meet that we did. So that's what's going on. So that means I'm going back into my regular training. I have my first in-person class today. I haven't taught a class in quite a few months, so I'm super excited for that. If you do live in the Kelowna area and you want to come check out my classes, I run those Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4:30 p.m. at the World Gym on the West Side location. Very, very excited. I've already come up with the workout plan for today. All the workouts are going to be full body. They're going to be working on strength and a little bit of cardio in there as well, like my style of cardio, which just means lighter weight, higher reps. That's what I consider cardio. So very, very excited for those. They are called Fit and Strong because that is the purpose, is to get fit and strong. So that's what's going on in my personal life right now. I've also hired a life coach. Super excited about that. Yesterday we had our first coaching call and lots of revelations with that to do with mindset and beliefs that I have that I didn't even realize that I had. And, it was a lot of really deep stuff, a lot of really emotional stuff. And honestly, I just love that stuff so much. I was genuinely just having so much fun discovering thoughts that were holding me back and belief patterns that were holding me back. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just so excited to change all of these and to see what I'm truly capable of in my life, because I know I can do even more than I already have done. And I'm very excited to do that. So that was super, super exciting and fun. And business-wise, we just finished up our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale on Transformation Academy. So we've got 6 ladies in the group already. There's still plenty of time to get in. We start January 3rd. So even if you missed out on the Black Friday sale, you can still get in there. You're not getting all of the amazing bonuses, but you will still be in and you will still be able to make an incredible transformation for yourself and be surrounded by really, really, really amazing other women who are working on the same thing. And I've actually reached out to a couple other coach friends of mine to do some bonus trainings in there. So one does meditation, and lots of other things, of course, but I wanted to reach out to people who are more specialized in other areas than I am. So we're going to have a bonus training for meditation in there and a bonus training for goal setting. And I'm just so excited to have this whole program coming together. Very, very exciting. Can't wait to get started on it and to continue to grow and to continue to have it be an incredible thing, because I think this is going to be like my main thing going forward, and just building on it and all that stuff. So that is what's going on in my life. Look at that. We made it to like the 6-minute mark, and normally we make it to the 10 minutes. So I'm getting better at this. All right. So let's get into today's training. So why isn't your diet working? First, I wanted to chat about what I mean by that. There are a lot of different reasons and meanings behind, why your diet isn't working. So let's go through a couple of them. So first of all, if you're not seeing long-term weight loss, if you are, losing a lot of weight at the beginning, maybe in the first month, in the first couple of weeks, you've lost a ton of weight, and that is what you went for, right? That's what the diet said it was going to happen. That's what happened. But if you don't keep that weight off, if you gain it right back pretty much immediately, or even a couple weeks later or a couple months later, if you weren't able to keep that weight off that you initially lost long term, longer than, let's say, 6 months to a year, if you weren't able to keep the weight off for 6 months to a year, your diet isn't working, okay? If you're not able to stick to your diet, if it's something that you can do just on weekdays and then you fall off track on the weekends, or if you're only able to do it for a couple weeks and then you fall off track again, if it's not something that you're able to do consistently, then your diet isn't working. If you feel guilty every time you go a little bit off of your plan, or you feel like you're falling off track or falling off the wagon, if you're constantly feeling bad or guilty for not doing things the way that your diet says you should be, your diet is not working. If your energy is low, if you're feeling like you just are tired all of the time, you don't really have the energy to put into your workouts, if you feel like you're getting enough sleep, but you're still feeling tired, if you feel like you have to rely on caffeine all the time just to get through your day, your diet is not working. If you're getting lots of cravings all the time, if you're always mindlessly snacking, if you find yourself going into the kitchen in the middle of the night and finding anything that you can eat, if you're binging, if you can't eat a bag of chips without finishing the whole thing, or a couple M&Ms without finishing the whole bag, your diet is not working. If it interferes with social events, if you can't go out for dinner, if you can't have birthday cake at a party, if you can't enjoy Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner or anything like that, your diet is not working. Okay? Do you see the pattern there? A diet is not something that is just a short-term thing, right? Because we know that these short-term ones never give you lasting results. So what you need to do is you need to change your diet. I'm putting air quotes there. And what I mean by your diet is the way that you eat on a regular basis. If you're just doing something short-term, it's easy to do for that short term because it's only going to last that amount of time. But if you're not staying consistent with anything that you did during that time, you're just going to go right back to where you were, because where you are now is because of the habits and routines that you have on a regular basis, because of the way you eat on a regular basis, on how you exercise on a regular basis. You are where you are now because of what you have done in the past and what you are currently doing. If you do a diet for a short term, meaning a few weeks or a few months, and then you go back to what you're doing now, you're going to see the same results as you did before. You know, you're not going to lose all that weight and keep it off if your diet goes back to what you were doing before, if your routines and habits are what you were doing before, okay? Something needs to change and something needs to stay changed in order for you to keep your results long term, which is usually what we're looking for. I mean, unless you do bodybuilding or something like that where you want to lose a certain amount of weight for a short period of time and then you're okay going back after. That's what I usually do when I have my bodybuilding competitions, is I'm trying to get down where I'm very, very lean, but the goal is never to stay there or sustain there. So that is a completely different style of dieting because it's not necessary that it's sustainable. It needs to be sustainable for the period of time I'm dieting for. But at the end of the day, once I'm done that, then I'm going back to my regular routine and my regular off-season body, and I'm okay with that. That is the goal. But if your goal is to lose a certain number of pounds or to feel a certain way in your body or to have your body look a certain way by losing fat, building some muscle, you need to change habits in regards to your eating and routines in regards to your eating that you can stick with for the long haul, okay? So, a couple of reasons why diets that you see out there, like our typical diets like Weight Watchers, what MyFitnessPal tries to tell you to do, what else do we have out there? We have like diets that are like 1,200 calories a day or 1,500 calories a day or less than 1,000 calories a day. There's lots of different diets out there. Keto, paleo, just things that are very restrictive. So all of these diets, what they have in common and why they don't work, one of them, the most important one that I find, is that they are too restrictive, meaning that there are a lot of rules around what you can and can't eat, when you can and can't eat. And when you have all of these rules and restrictions, this is where you get the guilt, right? If you go off of your plan because things have changed in your life, you got sick, you had something unexpected come up. As soon as something like that happens and you cannot stick to your plan the way that you initially intended to, there's going to be a lot of guilt there because you're going to believe that you are the one who failed on your diet. And when you're in that headspace, it is very difficult to get back on track because you're going to feel like a failure. You're going to feel like you're not somebody who has the willpower. You're not somebody who has the self-control who can do that. And when you're in that headspace, of course, you're not going to want to really try hard or even believe in yourself enough that you can stick to the plan. So we don't want a diet plan that is so restrictive that you're not going to be able to stick to it long term, and you're going to feel so guilty when you go off track that you're not going to be able to get back on track, okay? So this is why whenever I give nutrition plans to my clients, they're very flexible. We have different guidelines, not rules, okay? We don't have to follow them every single time, but most of the time is going to be good. We have different guidelines for how to build your meals, for what to include with what you're eating, for how to listen to your hunger signals, for what foods to eat, which, is all of the foods. But we do have guidelines for, what we should eat most of the time and what's okay to have every once in a while. We have guidelines for what to do when you have family events or gatherings or when you eat out. We have guidelines instead of rules that you want to follow most of the time instead of all of the time. And that in itself takes so much of the stress and guilt around regular diets that have extremely restrictive rules around them, okay? Next, a lot of the time, these diets are so restrictive, mostly in how much food your body gets. So typically, these diets are restrictive in a sense that you're not getting very many calories in a day. And when you're not getting enough calories in a day or enough protein, enough fats, enough vitamins and minerals, if you're not focusing on those different aspects of your diet, your body is going to be put into a stress state. Because your body is not getting everything that it needs to function at its absolute best, it's going to have to downregulate a lot of different functions that it normally does. So your energy is going to be very, very low because your body's trying to conserve as much energy as it has. It's not going to put much energy towards like having nice skin and having your hair grow. And if your calories are so low or your fat is so low, you'll even lose your period. There are a lot of things that are going to happen when your body is not getting the nutrients that it needs. And if your only goal is to lose weight and to, generally what's happening is you don't just want to lose weight. Typically, you want to feel better in your body. You want to have more confidence in your body. And that doesn't have to come from losing weight. You can learn to feel good and confident in your body without losing that certain number that you have in your head. Okay? And a lot of times, people will lose that X amount of pounds that they wanted to lose, and they will still feel just as uncomfortable in their body. Okay? So it's not always just about losing X number of weight, right? X number of pounds. It's often more so about how you physically feel in your body. And if you're going about dieting and changing your body from this place of, I have to get there as fast as I can. I have to do everything that's possible to get there. And a lot of times it's from a very negative place. You're almost punishing yourself or punishing your body for being the way that it is, right? You're hating on it by depriving it of everything that it needs, or over-exercising and doing as much cardio as you possibly can just to shrink yourself. And when you're coming from that place, from that mindset, from that negative place, it's not going to feel good, even if you get to where you think you're going to feel better in your body, because you've been showing your body how much you don't like it, how much you don't appreciate it. You're still not going to when you get to that place that you think you will. So when you change that mindset, when you go about it in a different way. So when you focus on, making sure your body does get all of the nutrients that it needs, that it does get enough protein and enough fat and all of your vitamins and minerals, and that you're not starving it so much that it's not responding to you. When you actually focus on giving your body what it needs in order to function at its absolute best. And you're coming from a place of, I want to show my body that I appreciate it and that I love it and I care for it and I respect it. And when you show your body love in the form of feeding it what it actually needs, your body's going to respond a lot better, because it's not going to be in a state of stress anymore. It's going to be at a state where it can actually function at its absolute best. Okay? And when you're here, because you've taken actions in your life that kind of remind you subconsciously that you are trying to be kind to your body and respect your body, you're going to start appreciating your body more and starting to not hate it as much and not try so hard to just punish it and make it as small as possible. When you go about it in a different way, it feels so much better in your mindset and in your body, that by doing it this way, everything is going to feel so much better. You're going to have so much more energy. You're going to be able to push yourself in your workouts. You're going to appreciate your body for what it does. You're going to start enjoying food again. You're going to be able to go out with friends and family and not beat yourself up for having a piece of cake. You're not going to feel like you have to binge or you're out of control and you can't have certain foods in your house, because if I have this food in my house, I will just eat all of it, right? You want to be able to get to that place where you have a good relationship with food, where you have a good relationship with your body. And I'm sorry to say, but those diets that everybody has been feeding to you and the media has been feeding to you, those diets are not going to get you there. Okay? That is not the way to get to a place where you have a good relationship with food and where you have a good relationship with your body and you genuinely feel happy in your life with the way that you are and the way that you eat and the way that you exist in the world. Okay? Diets are not the way to get you there. All right? So, what can you do instead? Right? I'm going to give you action plans here. Okay? I'm not just going to say all this stuff and not show you how. That is very important to me. I want to show you how. So, first thing, you want to make small changes over time. And I know we always want to get there so fast. We always just want to see the change. We're just so sick of being where we are now that we're just so ready to do as much as we possibly can to get there as fast as possible, right? And again, we want to work on that mindset. We want to change that. We don't want to be so rushed to get to a certain place, okay? We want to start to enjoy the journey and enjoy the process and start to become okay with it taking a little bit longer because it's going to be healthier, it's going to feel better, and you're slowly going to change your mindset about how you feel towards yourself, towards food when we take it slow, okay? Your mindset's not necessarily just going to change overnight. I mean, it can. That's amazing if it can, but just be mindful of it, okay? Just pay attention to what your brain is thinking, and if any decision that you're trying to make when it comes to your health, make sure it's always coming from a place of respect and love towards yourself and towards your body, okay? I know that sounds a little silly, but it truly is very, very important, and it makes a massive difference in the results that you're going to see and in how you can sustain them. Because when you're in a positive mindset and mind frame towards anything to do with your health and habits and nutrition and your body and all of that stuff, the more positive of a mindset you're in, the easier it's going to be to stick with it and to keep doing it. Positive fuels positive. I don't know if you've ever tried to do something like, let's say you have a deadline for something, and if people are yelling at you and being like, oh my God, why haven't you gotten it done? And just like making you feel like shit for not doing it, it's not very easy to get that done. You just feel bad and you feel guilty and you feel like, oh my God, I'm such a failure. And trying to do things and get things done from that mindset and from that negative place just does not push you. It really does not. And if it might, but like it just doesn't feel good. Or if you've had an experience from the other perspective where you do have a deadline to do things, but you have people there supporting you. You have people there being like, oh, you got this. You totally got this. Like, you're doing amazing. Look at all the work you've done so far. You're going to do incredible on this. Look at all this. Like, this looks so good. I'm so excited for you, right? If you're in that mindset and you have all this positive feedback pushing you, and like, I feel like you see this a lot in competitions and like when you're working out with your friends, or like if you just have like a really positive community around you and they're really pushing you to get there in a positive way, you feel so much better doing the thing. And when you actually do it, you feel a sense of accomplishment and you're just proud and it just feels so good. And it's the same thing when it comes to your health. And you can be your community in your own brain. Right? We've got so many thoughts going around in our brain. And if all of those thoughts going around in your brain are all negative and telling you you're a failure and you hate your body and you hate how you look in the mirror and you hate being so restricted on food and you can't believe that you don't have the self-esteem and you can't believe you don't have the self-control and like all of these thoughts that are going on in your head, that is not going to get you a good result that you're going to feel good with. Okay? Change those thoughts. All right? You can do that. It's totally possible. You just got to start working at it. All right. I'll do another podcast on how to do that, but just start trying, paying attention. When you notice those negative thoughts, we're changing them. Okay. We are changing them to the positive ones. You can do this. Okay. We're going to make some plans that are attainable, that we know we can do. And we're going to keep doing those. And as we get better at them, we're going to keep building on. Okay. My body, you know what? It is what it is. we are going to be able to see some changes. That's going to happen. And I'm going to make sure that I am enjoying the process along the way. We're going to find healthy foods that we genuinely enjoy. We're not going to restrict ourselves so much that we feel bad. If we fall off track, we're going to tell ourselves it's okay. We're going to keep moving forward. Okay. There are all of these positive thoughts that you can think about yourself, and that's going to help you see the results that you want to see. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, make small changes to your diet over time. Okay. We're going to incorporate more vegetables. Okay. We're going to make sure we're focusing on protein at every meal. We're going to listen back through my other episodes I've done. We're going to make sure we're creating balanced meals. We're going to listen to our hunger signals. Okay. And we're going to make sure that we're listening to our body and what it needs. All right. You're going to go back, listen to those other episodes that I've done, take notes, and start implementing one at a time. Okay. Work on one until you feel like you've got it down, and then you're going to move on to the next one. You're going to work on it until you've got it down, and you're going to slowly start to see changes happening, and you're not going to stop if you don't see changes happening. Okay. You're going to focus on how you feel. Okay. You're going to have less cravings because you're listening to your body and you're giving it what it needs. Okay. You're going to have more energy because you're actually getting in, healthy fats in your diet. You're actually getting in your vitamins and minerals. You're going to notice you're stronger at the gym because you're prioritizing getting in plenty of protein and letting your body recover properly. Okay. We're going to pay attention to all of these small things that are happening, because as you keep going and as you see these small changes, those are going to be your momentum to keep going. And every single time you get sick or your schedule changes or you don't do things the way that you had intended to or planned on, you're going to stop yourself. When you see those guilty thoughts coming in, you're going to be like, you know what? We don't need to feel guilty here. Okay. I am human. I can make mistakes. Okay. Literally everybody who is doing the thing that I want to do, they've all made mistakes. Plenty of them. And that's how they've learned. And that's how they've moved forward from it. And that's how you get better at it. Okay. You're going to make sure that you keep going no matter what. Don't let those guilty thoughts hold you back. Okay. So we're going to go through, we're going to do all those things, and we're going to slowly build from there. All right. Now, one thing that I want you to keep in mind is if you have been dieting for a very, very long time, okay, if your calories are super low, like 1,500 or 1,200 or something like that, and you've been doing that for a long time, your metabolism is going to be quite low, and it's going to take some time to build up your metabolism. So this is something that I quickly wanted to touch on here, is something that I call reverse dieting. You may have heard of it somewhere else, and all this is slowly building up your metabolism. So let's say you're only eating 1,200 calories a day, and most women who are somewhat active, who are starting to work out, things like that, need 2,000 calories or more, probably between 2,000 and 3,000 calories. That sounds like a lot because diet culture has tried to teach us that we should not have that much. But just a reminder, a toddler needs only 1,200 calories in a day. Okay? You are not a toddler. You are a full-grown adult. You need more calories than that, okay? 2,000 to 3,000 calories is the aim here. That is our end goal. And there is a way to go about it without gaining weight. And I'm going to tell you how to do that here, okay? Slow is the most important part of this, is to not go fast. All right. So let's say you're only eating 1,200 calories a day right now. We're going to slowly increase that. You can do this with tracking. I find that's the easiest way to be very precise with it, but you can also do it without. Okay. So we're going to add 50 to 100 calories a day. So first week you're at 1,200 calories. That's where you are. When you start your reverse diet, you're going to go up to 1,300 calories a day. Okay. Next week, we're going to go up to 1,350 or 1,400. And you can keep doing that until you're in the 2,000s or until your weight starts to spike. You might gain a couple pounds at the beginning, but your body's going to get used to it. Okay. When we do things super slow, your body will get used to it and it will adapt, and you probably won't gain weight. I've done this with tons of clients and none of them have gained more than a pound or two. And a lot of times by the end of the reverse diet, they've actually lost weight, they've lost fat, they've put on muscle, their body is changing it's amazing. Their energy is up. A lot of their health issues are gone. Their cravings are gone. They don't binge anymore. Like, so many incredible benefits from this. Okay. And you can do this without tracking. All right. You can do it by, all the other things that I've talked about, paying attention to your hunger signals, right? Learning how to make balanced meals, prioritizing protein, prioritizing your veggies. Okay. You can do it by doing those things. And honestly, I'd probably start there because that's a lot easier than trying to track. So go back through my other episodes, listen to that. Okay. Take notes, start with your hunger signals, then do your balanced meals, and then just take your time. Okay. If you want help, I'm here. Hello. I do have Transformation Academy. You can still get in. Just DM me on Instagram, email me, wherever you want, find me, message me, we'll get you in. Okay. I also have private coaching available. So if you want like a really hands-on approach and you just want me to guide you through everything and help you with it all, super personalized, get in there, message me, I will help you out. Okay. We are going to help you make this transformation for yourself. You do not need to be in the place where you're hating your body all the time, okay? You do not need to be in the place where you're always restricting and feeling like it never gives you the results that you're looking for, okay? You're not going to stay in this place. You're going to start making changes today. It's my cat. It's fine. You're going to start making changes today, okay? Even if it's just with your mindset, even if it's just acknowledging that you haven't been thinking thoughts that are necessarily helping you, okay? We want you to become your biggest support person. We want you to become your biggest cheerleader. You're the only one who's in your head all the time. And if it's always negative things that are going on in there, you're going to see negative results in your life. If you want to see positive results in your life, you're going to have to start thinking positive things. And you absolutely 100% can do that. Okay? Okay. I think that is all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions on anything in here, please reach out to me. I am very happy to answer any questions at all that you may have. And yeah, go forth. Change your mindset. Change your life. Eat some good food. Eat food that you enjoy. Eat when you're hungry. Stop when you're full. Enjoy the cake. Enjoy Thanksgiving dinner. Enjoy Christmas dinner. Enjoy life. Okay? Okay. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, I absolutely love doing this. This is my favorite thing ever. And that is all we have. Until next week, my friends. Next week, I am bringing on one of my past clients who we did a reverse diet with, and she has completely changed her life, how she sees herself. She is incredibly strong, and she's just bomb. I love her so much, and I am so incredibly proud of her. She has made such a massive transformation in her body, in her life, in her mindset, all of that stuff. So tune in next week. We're gonna chat about all the things, and you can see what is truly possible for you. Okay? Okay. Chat with you all next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. I'm so incredibly grateful that you took the time out of your day to listen and to support my podcast. If you're ready to feel the best you've ever felt, I would absolutely love to work with you. I have quite a few offers available, from nutrition audits to teaching you how to design your own workouts to group and private one-on-one coaching. Be sure to check out the link in the show notes or go to linktree/AlyDaws. So that's linktr.ee/ALYDAWS to see what I have available right now. I love chatting with you, so don't hesitate to email or reach out on Instagram if you have any questions whatsoever. Have an incredible week, my friend, and we will chat soon.